Have you ever wondered what turned the tides of naval warfare, giving birth to a new era of power and strategy? Well, the answer lies in the birth of battleships. Let's journey back in time to the days of the ship of the line, those large wooden sailing ships armed to the teeth with guns. They were the backbone of any formidable navy, ruling the waves with their firepower. But as the winds of progress blew, modern naval technologies set sail. The introduction of steam power revolutionized naval propulsion, making wind and sails a thing of the past. But it wasn't just about speed. The advent of high-explosive shells brought a new level of destructive power to naval warfare. As the firepower increased, so did the need for protection. This led to the development of ironclad warships, the precursors to the modern battleship. Iron armor plates became essential, providing these mammoth vessels with a shell strong enough to withstand the devastating impact of the high-explosive shells. The Royal Navy, along with other navies around the world, began constructing these iron behemoths, marking a significant turning point in naval warfare. And thus, the battleship, a symbol of naval supremacy, was born. With the birth of the battleship, naval warfare would never be the same. The ship of the line, a large wooden sailing ship with a battery of guns, was the predecessor to the battleship. But as technology evolved, so did the design of these floating fortresses. The positioning of guns became a focal point of design, looking to maximize firepower while maintaining stability. Masts, once a symbol of naval might, were removed to make way for more guns and thicker armor. The adoption of steel as a construction material marked a significant leap forward. It provided battleships with the strength and resilience they needed to withstand enemy fire, and yet it was light enough to keep these behemoths afloat. The term battleship was officially adopted by the Royal Navy in 1892, giving a name to these formidable vessels. The 1890s saw the emergence of the pre-dreadnought battleship, a design that focused on a mix of large and small caliber guns. But the true revolution in battleship design came in 1906 with the commissioning of HMS Dreadnought. This warship was unlike anything the world had ever seen. It featured an all-big gun armament layout and steam turbine engines, making it faster and more powerful than its predecessors. The introduction of HMS Dreadnought spurred a naval arms race among European powers. Nations scrambled to build their own versions of this revolutionary vessel, each one striving to outdo the others in terms of firepower, armor, and speed. Battleship design was on a relentless march forward, forever changing the face of naval warfare. However, like all great powers, the reign of the battleship had its peak and its decline. During the Russo-Japanese War and World War I, battleships were the titans of the sea, dominating major fleet actions with their armor and powerful guns. They were the epitome of naval might and the backbone of many a navy, but the very strength of these leviathans was also their Achilles heel. As technology advanced, battleships found themselves increasingly at the mercy of smaller, cheaper weapons. Torpedoes, mines, aircraft, and guided missiles presented new threats that the mighty battleships were ill-equipped to counter. Their large size and slow speed made them easy targets, and their thick armor was of little use against these new forms of attack. Then came the aircraft carrier, a new breed of warship that would change the face of naval warfare forever. With the ability to launch and recover aircraft, carriers could strike at enemy ships from a distance, well beyond the range of a battleship's guns. They could also provide air cover for other ships, making them indispensable in a naval fleet. The battleship's decline was marked by the launch of the last one, HMS Vanguard, in 1944. Yet even as their glory days were fading, battleships weren't completely written off. The US Navy retained them until the end of the Cold War, primarily for fire support purposes. In the end, the battleship, once the queen of the seas, gave way to new technologies and strategies, but its legacy in naval warfare remains unmatched.